This is Lisa with a January 18th love note for you. Hope your week is off to a fantastic start. The guides came in and got pretty serious today, actually. They wanted to talk about some pretty serious subjects and use some terms that made me go, whoa, it's feeling kind of churchy up in here. But they do that sometimes to get my attention when things are really important that need to be paid attention to. So today, the conversation was really about this idea of self-love and in their perspective, all the challenges that we're facing in the world and the disharmony and divisiveness that we see stems and rises up from a collective lack of self-love and a collective disconnection with our own divine nature and our own souls. And so today they really wanted to talk about how to get back in connection, how to get back to that soul space that can allow the world to heal. You know, they said, really, if you want to heal the world, it has to begin with you. And so rather than try to paraphrase what they said, I think I'm just going to read most of it. I also wrote it along with this so you can follow along. But they talk about love, particularly the love we give ourselves, and more importantly, even sometimes the love we withhold from ourselves, because that ends up being where the challenge resides. They said self-love, or remembering your own divinity, remembering your worthiness of love, creates a foundation where it's no longer necessary to lash out in unloving ways. In healing yourself, you help heal the world. That's how you can, quote, be the change you wish to see in the world. Self-love allows you to counteract the insidious programming of disempowerment and disconnection from your own divinity, what some define as the only real sin. You can't genuinely love others from an unloved heart. An unloved heart forces conditions and expectations and grasps for control. An unloved heart is neither a confident nor courageous heart. When you come to love your own heart and yourself, that's when you can genuinely love your neighbors and your world. It starts within, right here, within you, within me, within all of us. Loving yourself isn't the aggrandizement of the ego, just the opposite. It's alignment with the true essence and knowing of the soul that you are a divine being having a human experience and that you are loved beyond measure, whether you realize it or accept it or not. How can you expect how can you expect to accept love from others if you shun it from yourself? No, in your human form, you have not always acted perfect, whatever that means. And you've experienced many learning opportunities and chances to grow as a result. This is where the guides get kind of specific. They say, forgive. Forgive yourself for those times that you've acted counter to love toward yourself and others. Reconcile. Reconcile with your true, infinite, divine nature. That you that is made in the image of the Creator, that you that is inherently worthy of divine love. Atone. Atone for your sin, which they call separation. They don't really talk a lot about sin because, you know, that's why they put it in quotation marks. But in their world, the way they've described it to me is sin is anything that really separates us from our own divine nature or ourself. So they say atone for your sin or separation against yourself. Atonement, at one ment, allows you to reclaim your perpetual and deeply abiding connection to your soul and therefore to all that is. Allow the eyes and heart of grace to remind you how deeply worthy you are, not only of divine love, but also of your own love. They said, this is the first and most important step you can take to help heal the world. Remember that you are always and in all ways loved. Now pay that love inward to yourself and then forward to others. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.